Hi everyone and welcome back to my channel. My name is Kat. This is the place where I stitch and it's actually the place where I talk about cross stitch. And this is my current whip. This is Letter B by Luca-S. This is my first Luca-S kit. As you can see, the cover photo is a digital mock-up, so that was one hesitation I had with it, that they hadn't had test stitchers stitch it for the cover photo. But we have a child that we know whose the first letter of their name is B, and I wanted to stitch this for their second birthday. So, as I said in last month's blog, if you have not watched that, I am focused on getting the face of the teddy bear done, and then I will switch over to the top half of the B, assuming that I do not get super bored. I do have a deadline on this one of the 1st of May, May Day, which is when I will see the family of the little boy, because I will not see his family on his actual birthday. And yeah, that's where we're at. So typewriter method, left to right, top to bottom on the bear. That's how I pick my colours, and then I stitch until the thread is gone. And as you can see, this is what I do when the thread finishes too close to the frame to be finished. I will just pop it there for later. It's an old trick from full coverage stitching, where you would stitch over you would put this down here, and then you would continue parking, and then when you hit it, you just clip it off. And I'm not going to clip it off here. I'm going to pull it through and reattach, but it's from about, I think, here, so there's quite a length of thread, just enough at least to secure it. All right, so I'm going to continue stitching. The next colour is this brown here, so I'm still in orangey browns. It's reminding me a bit of Endless Orange Sky, because it is endless and orange, but it's not endless. I'm only going to about here, so it's really not too many stitches to go. Oh dear me. It is Tuesday the 3rd of March, and I am really going quite fast on this one, so I managed to get some back stitching in because I had some leftover black. I've gotten the French knots in for his eyes, and I've done the little patch on his forehead, and now this is the shape of his head. There is obviously some more blue to go in here, which I will do in between colours, but there's 2 more colours to do in his nose, and 3 more colours to do in his face, and then I will have finished the first sort of half of him. Obviously I still need to do some backstitch. I've definitely not finished that. That's all the way around the ear, around the face, cheeks, nose, eyes, everything, but he does look so cute just as he's coming together, so I'm pretty happy with that. I'm very excited to see what he's going to look like once I've got, you know, all of the stitches down to about here, and then all of the back stitch in this quarter done, and then I can move the frame. I'm a little worried about the French knots being in the frame, so I'm just going to be really careful, but they're quite central. This was the centre, so I think I can keep them, you know, just inside of the non-plastic. Good morning. It is Saturday the 7th of March. It is 11 AM. I have been stitching for about an hour. As you can see, I moved my piece into this bigger purple hoop so that I could get to all of it once, which I think was an excellent idea. This morning I've been working on the B, putting in some more of that beigey pink colour of the balloon, but I have also been putting in a lot more of the kind of beige back stitch on the teddy bear's face, and finally added a little bit more to the balloon, so of the black. So I've been practicing Luda's technique of doing 1-stranded back stitch. Even though it's 3 strands, you do 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, go over your work. I'm not sure I like it yet. I think I prefer my method. So here is my method, where you just have 2 strands, and then you're just more careful with how you lay it. And here is 3 strands, done 1 by 1, and here is 3 and 2 done 1 by 1. I'm not sure what I think of it yet, but I'm going to try it. I can always rip it out. I am definitely growing on this piece. It looks amazing in the camera. So this here, this mouth here is, or chin, sorry, is the halfway point. So I am almost there. I think by the end of the day I will have reached the halfway point with the bee. And then I'll be just moving on to the second half. It is a lot of one colour at the moment, so I'd probably do all of the bee down to here maybe, and then swap over and do the arm, just to have something to count, because there's just a lot of just endless one colour stitching, which is a bit mindless. I'm listening to Persuasion by Jane Austen while I stitch, and I'm going to go do some housework before I pick up my needle again. Fingers crossed, otherwise I will be picking up my needle again and not doing any housework. Just a quick update before work. It is Monday the 9th of March. I need to get going, but this is where we're at. So I was able to bring down the brown all the way to his little tail. This is his arm, and this is his little tail. And then I brought down, I don't remember if I was here when I last showed you, with the back stitching. I don't think so. So I brought down a lot of beige and the back stitching, but then I realised that the back stitching is much longer, like the thread was much longer than I expected it to be. So I parked this is all couching, not back stitching, with 2 strands. This is back stitching in 3 strands, and then I'm going to couch in 3 strands all the way down here, because I think I prefer the look of couching to backstitch for this long uninterrupted section. Like here it makes sense because it's choppy, it's hairs, he's a bit tatty because he's a teddy bear that's been loved, but here it's a balloon, so it shouldn't be choppy. So I'm going to swap back to the bee now, because I brought this down to his arm, which was my original goal. So I'm going to swap back to the bee, and then once the bee is maybe around here, I'll swap back to the tail, get the legs started. We'll see. I just needed to do something that wasn't beige for a little bit, or light pink, or whatever colour you want to call this. Yes, my nail cracked off. These are actually gels. So they were cured under, I think it's called shellac. They're cured under a heat lamp, but for somehow it cracked, and then it was peeling off and peeling off and peeling off. And so I just had to cut it off because it kept like pulling at the nail, and I didn't want to damage the nail. But I'm getting them officially removed on Tuesday, so tomorrow. Yes, that's the only one that's done that, so it was very strange, but all right. I hope you have a wonderful day, and I will see you again in a couple of days. Hello, it is Tuesday the 10th of March, it's 9 p.m. As you can see, I've not gotten that much further since the last time we talked, just the white, but I continue to battle on. It is Thursday, it is 22:22, so 20 past 10 p.m. And this is how far I am. So this is as far as this beige colour gets on the left-hand side, and then I've brought the white down. I'm a little disappointed that you can see sort of a change occasionally in this colour, but I think it will wash out. I think it's just like the stitches aren't as fluffy or something. But that's what I've done today. I brought the white down, which you can just see, and that is the end of the bee. So then there's some shading down here, and then that's the bottom left corner, but I'm not going to try and rush there, probably. Maybe. This is the start of the centre of the bee, so that's probably what's coming next, just the white here. Then this colour, then the blue, and then I can obviously do the back stitching here and all the way up here, so I might just do that. We'll see. However, I do have to put this away now. It is almost bedtime. Time to go wash my face, get ready for bed, etc, etc. Alright, so it is Monday the 16th of March. I finished work for the day and just put in one strand of orange down here. All of this was the weekend. Didn't I get a lot done? So I'm very excited. I'm going to be working on sort of like continuing with down the bear, putting some back stitch in, and just sort of like, I don't know, I think I could finish this week easily, which is really exciting. I'm already daydreaming about what to pick up next, whether to go for my full coverages or a big dimensions kit or a tiny mill hill. Like, I am dreaming big. So, but yes, this is almost complete. I would say maybe 85-90%, definitely over 75% anyway. So yeah, the bee ends here, then there's some shading and half stitch, and then there's a couple more, so like this much a foot. So, yes. It is Wednesday the 18th of March. It is 11:30 p.m. and I'm going to bed, but I just wanted to catch you up on where we are now. So far I added quite a lot of the leg and foot, quite a lot of the bee, and I even started on the back, on the shading. So this is the bottom left corner. We are officially at 3 corners. I did sneak that in before it's time. Normally, as you know, I do the typewriter method, but there was so much U. This is U on the symbol, this like dark peach. I also did this today, and this. This is backstitch, this is couching. All of this bee is couching, except for up here it's backstitch. I do think I prefer the look of the couching on the bee. I'm not sure about on the arm, but it does look cute. Not much to say. I think I can finish this week still, but I am not sure. Sorry, I dropped my pen. Work has been crazy this week. It has been non-stop, so we got this. Just need to survive the week, get to Friday, get to Saturday, and then have some nice creative chunks of time. Hello, so here is my update for the 21st of March. It is 5 p.m. I've done a strand or 2 today, I think just 2. I've been out cycling, so as you can see, I finished off the bee completely and backstitch, and that's what I did today. And then tonight, or this afternoon, I think I'm just going to finish it up, which is very exciting. And I am done. All right, so here it is out of the frame, but the frame was the perfect size. This was the Nerge number 2, which is 165 millimeters. This piece was actually super easy to work on. I know I complained about it in the beginning, but there are only 2 French knots. Once you got the hang of the chart, it was easy. I'm still not sold on these thread organizers because they're so messy compared to just normal dimensions, but I do think it looks really, really cute, and I'm very excited to get it framed and up on a wall, or at least in a frame ready to go on a wall. You can't determine what people do with your gifts, right? But yeah, it came out really, really cute. It's a little different colors than the picture, not much, but a little, but that's what happens when you use, you know, a computer generated cover picture. But it does in fact look like a teddy bear, and here are my stitches before the wash. The wash should neaten some of these out. But yes, I'm very, very happy with it. So another finish for the books. I am trying to decide which of these whips I'm going to work on next now that I've finished the bear. It is Sunday the 22nd of January, nope, March, and I have no idea at all. So I feel like I should only have one ambitious whip. So I already discounted this one, which is a Painfree Crafts Autumn Walk, which I adore. Like, I love this piece so much, but it is too ambitious. And I also discounted this one, which is Innocent Guardian. It's a dimensions kit. It is very far from being done. And I didn't want multiple dimensions kits that were very far from being done in my pile, because I'm trying to, you know, do some finishes this year. So, okay, so here's my reasoning, because it will help me, I think, in determining what to work on. So, Mare and Foal, as you may know, I've got that much done of it, it is the year of the horse, so I'm very drawn to this, and one of my very close friends, one of my best friends to be honest, Christine, is also working on this. So the FOMO is real. So I'll probably end up working on this, so that's why this is out. Then I feel like if I'm working on Mare and Foal, I've put this here as like a reminder to myself that this took 3 weeks, so this is not going to take 3 months. Like, so each of these is probably not going to also take 3 weeks. That's why that bee is there. So it was carefully packed away, ready to be washed and ironed, and now I'm like, no, it needs to be there, so I remember that I do not have unlimited stitching time. So I feel like I shouldn't have 2 dimensions golds like aiming to finish this year. Probably not this year, but I realized this morning, so I've mainly worked up here. I've done this flower and this apple, and the rest is just a blur in between, which looks really ugly. But I realized I could probably jump from fall to this winter here, because I've got this fall stitched. I could jump to winter, and then I could do the seed packet And even if all I do is the seed packet and like, you know, the stitches around so I can do the back stitching, it's going to look so good. And it's also spring right now, so I want to celebrate spring. So suddenly I'm like, all I want to do is stitch the seed packet. That's literally what I want to do with this piece right now. It's drawing, it's calling to me, but I don't think I could finish this, and I really want to work on this. So that's where we're torn there. I really want to work on this piece. I just do. It's gorgeous. It's Queen of Peace, I want to say. Holiday Queen. It is Holiday Queen. And there is a Queen of Peace. I do have that too. In the photo I have of this whip, it looks so much more realistic than just in hands. But I can imagine that once you've got the rest of the body in place, it's also going to look amazing. So this is her knee. I think I almost got to her knee. And this is, this bit here is, I believe, this bit here. So this is the width of it. I just need to go up and down a bit. So this is going to take probably 2 months of focused effort. This is a piece I'm working on for my dad. It's a commission for my dad. I've given up on doing the whole piece. It was like, this is a third of it, or maybe 2/3 of it, but it extended out. When I designed it, it extended out here and out here. I'm like, no, absolutely not. This is all he's getting. It's very boring to work on bricks all the time. But what I think I'm going to do is finish off the dark, because this is the inside of the house. It's a glass door. So I'm going to finish off the glass door, finish off this wooden door. I need to add some windows along the side, because my charting software and I disagreed on how to do that. And then maybe finish off this plane, stretch out the ground a little bit here, but nowhere else. Add a little bit more sky, because as you can see, it cuts off right there, which was the end of the page, and then call it good. I think is my strategy. It's probably another month, and it's all sort of like, I'm doing my best with limited technology and limited understanding of the technology, so, but we'll see. Then we have Amazing Animal Kingdom. Everybody knows this piece, I think. It's a bookshelf, it's lots of animals. I have done the whole height of it in the first page. So you've got a polar bear butt, a deer butt, a zebra butt, a whole cheetah, a bird butt, a gorilla butt, and a whole parrot. And really, if I pick this up, my aim for this year is to finish off this first page, I think it's the first page here. I think it might be 2 pages, not sure. It needs to be done so that at least they will line up, because right now it looks silly. This piece is gorgeous. It's so intimidating. Like, I haven't picked it up for 2 years and I feel like I've forgotten how to do a Haid. I'm really intimidated. Also, side note, drinking a cup of tea surrounded by all of these whips out of their bags is a truly terrifying prospect. And I don't know why I did it to myself, but I was desperate. I was in the words of the English, gagging for a cuppa. All right, then we have this. This is also a gorgeous spring piece. It's also got my favourite needle minder on it, which is this little fish. And when this fish is finished here, it will go over to this piece, Dragon Koi, which is all fish all the time, but we'll come back to that in a minute. So this is another dimensions piece. It is called Peaceful Stream, and it looks like this. Or it will do one day. So I've got the full width. I've got I don't know how to do this. Oop. I'll become taller. I've got the top 2 corners, as you can see. Whoop, 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 whoop. Okay, I'm being silly. And I've got the whole first page, which was here. But the other, so this is sort of the halfway point, just above those bushes. And it looks really great. It's so relaxing to stitch on. It looks so relaxing. The water, as you know, would always get me. I think this is going to have to be one of the pieces for this year. Yeah, this is a definite. So this is a definite for sure. All right, I talked myself into it. This is allotment. I was making this for a family member who unfortunately is now estranged from the family. They moved away, and I think they're just kind of looking for a little bit of space, which is fine. We all do that sometimes, right? And so unfortunately I don't know where to send this when I finish it, and it's sort of I was only stitching it for this person as a thank you for being there for a family member, and now they're not there for a family member, so it's a bit weird. It's a long story. Anyway, This piece is from a magazine. It's gorgeous. As you can see, it's almost done. Like, honestly, this will not take long to finish. And I had grand ideas of making this pumpkin 3D and using beads in the centre of the sunflowers and things like that. We'll see if I do that or not. But I do really like this piece. It's very easy to stitch on because there's so much block stitching. I'm not in the mood for block stitching right now because of the teddy bear, but I know I could finish this piece and earn a new start, which is another reason I'm keeping it around. Then we have Dragon Koi. Dragon Koi is a Pain-Free Crafts kit, but not design. So Pain-Free Crafts are a full coverage designer. They're amazing. I love them, like all of their designs to bits. I have to keep my hands off them, otherwise I'd spend a fortune. But there you go. But I don't stitch them that often. I just buy them because they're so gorgeous. And to be honest, the kits are so well made. I don't know why I don't stitch them more often. Oh, I've covered this in black fabric. But they come with a thread book. Hang on. So they come with a thread book like this, where the thread, this is the blended page, as you can see. But every single thing has it, and then you just cut through and then you can pull it off like you would. And it's such strong cardboard. Like I haven't so far had any of these rip on me. And I think because they're quite far from the edge as well. They are so good. I love these kits. I went through an unfortunate phase of not cutting them. So when you get these, they are folded in half. So like, let's find a good example. Like this one, it's folded in half. So I'm not always the smartest, and I was running on very little sleep. So when I started this kit, I removed this, to unhalf it and then thread it back through. What you actually do for future generations is you just clip in half here, and then you have the perfect length of thread to double over. Just so other people do not make this mistake. What was this? What was I thinking? Oh well, you live and learn. This was my start. It's pathetic. I started this at the retreat, Pain-Free Crafts retreat in 2024 or 2023. I can't remember. I loved it. As I said, I love the company. I wouldn't say I'm good friends, but I wish I was good friends with, but I really like the proprietress. So yeah, but this is all I have done of this gorgeous design, because I also started other kits when I was there. And this was our table start. We all started a dragon piece, I think, or we all started a Pain-Free Crafts piece anyway. But I'm very far from done. I don't think I can finish this in a year. And I feel like I should only have one ambitious project. And I have 4. So I have Wreath of All Seasons, I have Amazing Animal Kingdom, I have Dragon Koi in my shortlist, not in my full stash. My full stash, I went through it all this morning, and I wanted to show you my full whip parade, but the angle of the camera was killing me, and I just couldn't do it. But yeah, that's my pathetic start. And then finally, we have Pandemic. Also, I just got hair in my tea. Then I have wet hair. Only 3 strands, don't stress. So Pandemic is probably one of the most gorgeous pieces I have. It's worked all in silks, Mrs. Sada's silks. I've heard it so many times and I've said it so many times, it's now like in my memory. I love the colour changes. I can't decide whether I like it more when I do like one half of the thread and then the other half in separate sections, or whether I just muddle it all together. It looks amazing. It looks exactly how I intended, like this being the sunburst. And then I thought about adding the love hearts in different oranges and reds, which also looks amazing. The colour inspiration for this piece, the blues and the orange, is from A Sunset Over the Ocean. So I got this needle minder to remind myself that it's just a gorgeous colour combination. And it is. And I want to work on this too. Like, this is such an easy, it's 28 count even weave by Zygarde with a shimmer in it, as you can see, 1/1 full cross. It is the most mindless, beautiful stitching. Like, I just turn my brain off and stitch this sometimes. Oops. But I can't have all of these ambitious projects. I don't know. And I don't think I can finish this in a year. I certainly can't finish Amazing Animal Kingdom in 10 years. So I don't know, I'm torn. So I'm going to continue sitting here and staring. But I have we at least together, you here with me, helping me out, made one decision, and it was Peaceful Stream. Now I've just got to make the actual decision of what I'm going to stitch on today, which it looks like will be a seed packet. but we'll see what's actually calling to me. I'm very frustrated because all I want to do is stitch, but I can't figure out what to stitch on. I should just spin a wheel. I used to do that. Owl Be Stitching is doing that currently in her vlog. She posts a vlog every other week. She is currently focusing on maybe something more interesting to look at than that. Let's look at this. She's currently focusing on Oriental Splendor, so she works on that, and then she spins the wheel and works on whatever the wheel spins on for half an hour, and then she spins the wheel again, and then she goes back to Oriental Splendor, and it's really fun watching her videos. I've been really, really enjoying it. So if you enjoy my video style, you'll probably enjoy her video style. Yes. All right, that was the sigh of someone who has to make a decision and doesn't want to. Also, this one here is my tapestry kit, and I'm ignoring it. So I only do tapestry when I'm sick, apparently. I really don't like tapestry because it's too many strands of thread, and it's just, I don't like the feel of the fabric I'm working on. I keep wanting to like it, and it's a gorgeous kit, but I just don't. It's very frustrating. But yes, so I will be making a decision. And I'll stop wittering on now about cross stitch. Will I ever stop wittering on about cross stitch? That's the question we ask ourselves. Also, I love these pajamas. Okay, bye. And on to the next stage of this project, which was cutting out and pinning on the side fabric so that I can actually put this in a hoop. Remember, or maybe you weren't here, but I started this, like, it should have started there, and I started here. I miscounted the edge, so extra fabric is definitely necessary. It also just makes it easier to keep in the hoop. So I cut out 4 panels of fabric, and now I'm going to sew one side on and then iron all of the pieces of fabric, don't worry, and then sew the other 3 on one by one so that they are all interconnected and will preserve fabric tension. And I'm going to do the same for a Peaceful Stream. So I did stitch the rest of the parked strand before I remembered to show you where we're starting. So this is where we're starting. For some reason I've decided, I couldn't get excited about this compared to the seed packet, and then I realised that I could mostly stitch the black 4-stranded half stitch and see how far I get. So today, so far, I've stitched around 80 half stitches all the way down here. And I'm thinking I might just do like a whole strand of that colour, so 3 lengths, I guess, because you fold 2 in half to get 4. And then just kind of work along here, just filling in the black, and that will give me a place to count from for the rest. And if you weren't here last time I stitched this, this is how I have done my organiser. So I cut up the thread organiser, and then I sorted it, I think by number. I can't remember how I sorted it, but I know I put blends in between, so wherever I did that. Where did I do that? Maybe there are no blends. Maybe I imagined this life. This I think is, no, I don't know. Oh yeah, no, see, this is a blend. I put them further in, I think. Yeah, here's a blend, see? And I put them in between the 2 colours individually, if that makes sense. So this one is gold brown, this one is dark gold, and this is a blend of gold brown and dark gold. I think that makes sense, half stitch. Or full cross maybe, but I think it's half stitch because I don't think I would have put a little slash here. Anyway, the pattern tells me. But that's where we're starting, and I'm going to get some black stitching on. I'm actually really impressed. Oh, I should also tell you, so I was using the sewing machine. I got this fabric on the side so I could put in the Q-snap, which was very exciting. And then while I had the sewing machine out, I thought I should have a go at finishing this little guy. So I didn't do what the instructions said because I messed up when I was cutting him and cut along here when you're supposed to cut here and then fold. So I didn't do what I was told, but I gave him, I gave him a cute little backing fabric, and I filled him full of batting, I guess. Oh, now he's fallen over. And then I sewed him up and I stuffed him on the wall. You can see that my sewing machine got away from me just a tad here. But it's okay. I don't want to take a seam ripper to it because knowing me, I'd take out half the cross stitches. It's okay. I will survive. Looks cute though, right? It has been 30 minutes and I have done 2 more sets of the black thread, like boing, 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 boing. So just filling it in. It's not the most fun I've ever had. It's not very, like, it's not boring though. It's half stitching some black. That's all I can say for it. But it looks good. I'm sure it will look like a branch when I add the green. All right, so here is my project to continue stitching the black down. It is Monday the 23rd of March, and I am kind of surprised. Like, I've been working black for, I guess, 2 whole lengths of 6, so six lengths, and it doesn't look, I mean, I've done all of this, but if you look at it just from here, it looks like I haven't even moved the pattern down, which is true. I haven't moved the pattern down. Like, there was the green, the brown, the yellow was already here. That's how much black 4-stranded half stitch is in this piece. But we persevere. To try and go as far down as I can get without getting bored, because the black for the tree sort of keeps going all the way down. So we are, let's see, we are here. I'm stitching this bit right now. So yeah, you can see that the black continues all the way down. All of this is black. And then quite a lot of this is black. So I could technically reach the second bottom left corner if I did all the black all the way down, but I don't know if I'm that patient. We'll see. But it looks cute. It looks good. And I thought this needle minder was appropriate, but it wasn't strong enough to hold my needle, like to catch my needle. I went like this and it just fell on the floor. Like, it's magnetic, but you have to put the needle on it. So what I did was I got another, I bought like just plain circular needles, magnets. There you go. So, and I just put an extra one on the bottom and the top. And that made it way more magnetic. Good morning. Wow, the color just all washed out when I pressed record, huh? It is Tuesday the 24th of March. I'm on my way to the office. It is 8:30 a.m, so I need to get going, but I just wanted to share with you my progress. So now this branch has fully kind of developed. Don't know what happened here. Obviously some leaves got between us and the camera. And I've done all of this. This morning I just like went this way and then this way, so probably about 70 stitches, 70 half stitches. But it is coming along. It is starting to hurt my wrist a little bit, but I am heading to the office, so it doesn't much matter. I sound a little sick for some reason. I'm not sure why. I don't think I'm sick. I hope not, because I have to go to the office today. Yeah, just working my way down with that 4-stranded black. Not much else to say. I think it finishes around, like this branch finishes around here, where this is the trunk of the tree, I'm guessing, so. But yes, slowly getting there. Then I'll have to come back and fill in all the other colours, of course. I really love this background of like yellows and greens. I just think it's pretty. It's prettier in the camera than it is in real life, but not by much. I think both are pretty on par. And then the horse starts here, I think, which I'm very much looking forward to. But we'll see how far down my Q-snap extends, because it does go whoop, all the way down here. So probably this isn't all the way, like halfway. We'll have to wait and see. So I'm trying to decide which of these to get. Now, at first glance, they are the same, but they're obviously not the same, right? Like, this is the regular size chart, and this is the super size chart. There. And you can see definitely on the camera that they are not the same. But, like, it's very obvious, actually. I think because the page lines are not as obvious on this one, maybe. but it's still really, really good. Like this one's super clear. You can see everything. It's just this one pheasant that's a bit blurry, I think. Let's see if I can get it to show up. You see? And then here, that pheasant's like really clear. But everything else is really, really, really clear. So, you know, I'm torn. You can see all my work tab, my things I need to watch for work here. They're all about programming. It's not exciting at all. So I'm like, do I want to stitch the supersize? And I'm thinking maybe, because I mean, gosh, like the leaves, wait, which one's the supersize? I feel like this one's the normal size. Okay. So I feel like, the leaves are gorgeous on the supersize compared to the regular size. I don't know, it's just, the whole piece is gorgeous anyway, but just look how realistic they are. You can't see it on the camera, which is crazy, but trust me, it looks even more realistic, even more beautiful than the regular size. But I calculated, and it adds, if you stitched 200 stitches a day on this piece, it would take you 2 extra years to stitch the difference in between them. 2 extra years. And I have so many kits and charts to do already that made my decision for me. Like, I'm not spending 2 extra years just because this one is slightly more realistic, or even a lot more realistic than this one. I have way too many charts in my life to worry about that. So that made my decision, just wanted to share. And hello again. So as you can see, I finished off the black and then I swapped to the dark green, and I've just been bringing that down as well. But I'm gonna have a break. I'm gonna do some different colors, maybe do the typewriter method, because I'm getting a little bit worried that I'm not gonna be able to find all of the like confetti. Well, it's not really confetti in Dimensions kit, but like small, you know, there'll be like 2 here and then the next one's down here. And flipping my chart that often just sounds awful, but it does look good. So yeah, I'm just gonna do the typewriter method. I'm starting here and just sort of fill in a little bit at least, just to give myself confidence that I'm not ruining everything by doing the most stitches. And the page half is, I think, here and here. Oh, so that would be 1/4 of the piece, which is kind of exciting. Oh, I guess that would be 1/4 of the piece, which is, yeah, kind of exciting. This is where I kept the needles when I put it away last time, like 2 years ago. So, but let's see how much I can get done. And yeah, this is a 3-stranded floss, so I'll be securing it on the back, which is irritating, but I don't like turning my pieces. I never have. I understand why, but let's get started. Oh, and I forgot to mention, but it's Saturday the 28th of March. All right, so this is my progress so far. It is Sunday the 29th of March, so coming up to the end of this vlog, but I just wanted to show you that after getting down here with the black, I did move on to filling in, as I said I would, and I showed you. And then today, or not today, yesterday, I filled in this and this and this and some more of this. And now I've moved on to filling in this sort of M-shaped block, which will go all the way down here. And then I will finish up this green today. I am really loving this piece. As I said, I'm going to try and get this 25% complete before I swap to another one. I also wanted to complain about my nails. So I had gels done for the proposal. Well, I had gels done for the Paris trip, which turned out to be the proposal. And then this is just a random pink that's coming off, so don't judge me too much. I need to take it off today. But I've been hesitating because, can you see how much damage the gel has done to my nails? Like, they're so weak now, and they were always so strong. So I'm doing another one for my next trip to the US. I've already booked it and paid for it, but after that I'm not doing any more gels because it literally like ruined my nails, and I'm very mad about it. I don't know why I woke up American today. Anyway, past me halved all of these colors that only have, so I'll show you. I'm all over the place because it's only very early in the morning. By early in the morning, I mean 11 a.m. So for the ones that only had 3 strands, apparently I like halved the length for some of them. Like for this one, I halved the length so that when I took 3, they were the right length, which is like, thank you, past me. I feel so loved. So normally when it's 3 strands, I take the full length and I take 3 of them and I cut them in half and I do both sets. So I get a lot more progress with the 3 strands than with the other colors, just because I use up both instead of just using up the one I started, which is also fine. But it was cool to see that past me, when I kitted up this for the first time, had thought of that. So Ta-da! Okay, I'm going to get stitching. I can't believe my nail split. And you know what I was doing for this to happen? I was putting the duvet cover on the bed. Isn't that crazy? I'm really mad about it. Oh well.
Alright, so I promised to show you guys what I bought this month, or what I received this month at least, so here we go. So I showed this in my last vlog, I think. I got this in February. And so you might be thinking, why on earth is she showing this again? Well, I managed to grab its sister dinner from Royalist themselves during a sale. So now I have breakfast and dinner. I only don't have lunch, which I believe is a hamburger. But they will look so cute together in a dining room or something. Don't you think? So cute. I'm a terror, I know. Then while they were having their sale, I also grabbed this. This is Under the Water. I've had this on my wish list since it first came out. I'm trying to show you without getting glare on there we go, maybe. This is actually being stitched by Romantic Tangle, if you wanted to see it being stitched. It's gorgeous. Like that turtle is so cute. And the rocks and the fish. I mean, you guys know I have a thing for underwater scenes, and this one is just fantastic. So I'm really looking forward to stitching this. There's a lot of floss, a lot of beiges, which must be the sand and the rocks and the... But I do think it will look very nice with my octopus, which I still haven't stitched. So some good motivation there. Then I did find one of my very favourite Dimensions kits for sale here in Sweden. So it cost a pretty penny, but I finally managed to secure Afternoon Tea by Dimensions Gold Collection. Sandra Cook is the artist. There. Just these two little girls having afternoon tea with their bunny rabbit and their teddy bear and their doll. And lavender bushes. I think it's going to be really cute. So yeah, I'm really excited about that one too, obviously. And then finally, you saw one of the Pain Free Crafts charts that I got, which was in the woods or something. But I also grabbed Royal Court by Anne Stokes, because this one was being retired, and Tiger Sanctuary by Steve Reed. So I did grab some full coverage charts as well. I think this one, I'm not sure that I'm going to stitch any more than this. And yeah, I'm just really excited about my purchases. I can't wait to have In the Woodland Glen as a kit. I'm going to pick that up in September. But yes, that is me. Thank you everyone for watching. It's very rare that I'm in front of the camera, so I'm trying really hard to do it more often. But thank you all for watching, and have a most amazing month. And I will see you, I know I said this already, but I will see you again at the end, hopefully, of April or possibly mid-May when I'm back in Sweden. Bye for now.